Hello and welcome. Our video tutorial today is talking about masking using the cookie cutter effect. And by doing this, we can make all sorts of interesting visual effects. We can make certain elements appear and certain elements disappear using the masking effect. So what I've done here is I've had the same video and I've loaded it twice, one on top of the other. And the purpose is to allow certain elements on the track underneath to bleed through the top track. And once again, you'll remember from our past tutorials, we know that the top track always takes predominance. That's the one that's always going to be visual at any given time unless we do certain things with it. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to take the black and white effect, the 100% black and white, we're going to drag it down on the bottom video. And you notice we don't see anything because the top track is taking precedence over the bottom. Now if we go to the cookie cutter effect, we're going to go to the square center white border. We're going to drag that on the top one. And immediately what we see here is the bottom track is bleeding through everywhere except the square itself. And now we have black and white for everything except inside the square. Now we can adjust some things here. First of all, we can change the method. We can have it reverse this effect so that everything in the square is black and white and everything around it is going to be color. Let's try that and see what that looks like. Okay, now everything is reversed. Now that is kind of an interesting effect right there. But we could get rid of that border if you want to by adjusting the border control all the way down to 0. Now we see we have a nice black and white section here. We can change the size. Instead of having a square, we can go with a rectangle. Let's try that. And then we can adjust the size of that rectangle by going down here to size and making that bigger. You've seen a lot of these effects in movies and videos where they have certain sections black and white, certain sections colored. That's how they do it, by using a cookie cutter type effect. And then we can take our control here and move it all around different areas, but I probably want that right in the center, and I probably want the size down a little bit, so we're like that. Now that just gives you an idea on some of the things you can do. There are all kinds of effects that we can use, and instead of using the black and white, let's go on the bottom and get rid of that. And let's try something else. Let's try something like the color curves, or well, let's see, we'll try something more elaborate. Let's try the bump map. I have no idea what this is going to look like. But now we see that we have an effect that's almost like it's drawn inside the square here. And it kind of gives it an interesting effect. Now if we do the opposite, if we go up above here and click on the cookie cutter itself, we can change the method so that everything looks like it's drawn except our little square. So you see there's all kinds of different ways that you can use this. You can also use this effect for titles, everything that you want to do as far as allowing certain elements to come through, you can use with the cookie cutter effect. It's a great thing just to experiment with and come up with all different kinds of settings. Now if you get something that you want to use a lot, you're going to use it again, you can go up here where my cursor is and you can put a descriptive name and press save, and then anytime you want that you can use it again.